You're blind now.
Good morning. I am Stephen, and this is a 5 o'clock news in 1943. How do you see through this shit?
Vuj!
Yes, poet!
Sitting down in this wonderful office, we're about to do the Poet and Vuj transfer special. We're going to round up all the transfers as the transfer window is officially closed.
Shut down!
No one can get in anymore.
You know what? I'm pissed though, because it's not as exciting as before. I miss the dildos in the head and me dressing up as Wenger, a bit of bat. You know what they do in England? No fun.
You want to have fun?
No fun.
Eradicate that. I'll tell you one man who does have fun is David Luiz. He's decided to go on a little world tour of France and come back to England. David Luiz re-signs for Chelsea.
That's right. Phil Gahungu says, David Luiz back at Chelsea. Good move or no? How do you buy a man back for how much you sold him for after he done that in the Champions League to you? When he scored the goal, knocked you out, celebrated like a madman, and now he's coming back like, have a nice. I don't know, it's a bit mad.
I don't think I could stomach that as an Arsenal fan. But Chelsea just got a history of doing that, as you can see here. Hired Jose, sacked Jose, signed Matic, sold Matic, signed Luiz, hired Jose, signed Matic, sold Luiz, sacked Jose, signed Luiz. Now that is just a whole melee of mad. That's an episode of EastEnders. What do you think about David Luiz though, going back, I say, not to Chelsea, to the Premier League? Just for all the little things.
For the Premier League, for the Bants, yeah.
Amazing.
He's a sick guy.
Sick.
I like a bit of David Luiz.
When we met him.
When he met him, he's like, no, you only pray for Jesus. Yeah. I was like, you because I went like this to him and he was like, no, that's for God only.
But who did he come to the event with?
With his mum.
Gangster.
He rolls with his mum. You know, he's coming back to where he kind of made his name properly. Is it worth it for the money? Probably not. But what is? Because the transfer window just gone bananas, mate. It's gone fucking bananas. So David Luiz, fuck it, it's a great move.
Well, let's take a look at some of the other business Chelsea have gone and done. Michy Batshuayi.
Batshuayi from Marseille. That's a good name.
It's very interesting. It sounds like a Pokemon. He's scored a couple of goals since he's been here as well. Bags of pace, a bit raw. David Luiz obviously come in. Kante.
You can't go wrong
Hazard
with N'Golo.
Hazard described him as a rat.
A rat.
Now, I don't know what that means.
That's a compliment in football.
Why?
If you're like a rat, that means you're just scurrying around. I can't find you. I can't stop you. I've literally got to get a rat trap and fucking stab you.
Marcus Alonso at left back is an interesting one to me. I swear he left on a free. He gets bought back for what? 16, 20 mil? How much was it? Timsy?
19.55.
Was it?
Yeah, it says here, innit?
The fee's actually there.
Look at the departures, though. Departures, Paul. Salah's gone. Gilabogi's gone. Quadrado. Stipe Perica and Marco Marin.
There's actually more players than that have gone.
Yeah.
Wasn't it something like 11 loans? They're like a bank, just loans all day. Anyway, leave a comment, let us know what you think about John Terry getting loans, as well as the rest of the Chelsea signings. And some of the departures. Anyone that you're a little bit upset to see leaving, and how happy are you that David Luiz, the troll himself, is back in the Premier League? Leave a comment and let us know. What the hell are we talking about Swansea for?
What the hell are we talking about Swansea for? But apparently here is Dylan with his rundown of what's happening at Swansea. Let's go to Dylan.
Hey guys, what's up? My name is Dylan, I'm a Swans fan. I think we've had a pretty, we'll say decent transfer window. Leroy Fer probably being the best one that we've made. He's been amazing for us so far this season, scoring 2 goals. Well, there are only 2 goals. Yeah, I'm not too sure on this guy we've just signed from Barnsley for 5 million. A bit interesting because he's not very proven in the Premier League, and we just could see something really, could be really awful or it could be really well. We don't know yet. But yeah, it's an interesting time at the minute for Swans fans. And yeah, it's going to be very interesting and very tough Premier League season, I think.
They've let go, I think, their best player, Andrew Ayew.
Oh, 100%.
Ayew was definitely a standout player at Swansea last season. And Ashley Williams as a centre-back after, the great Euros. And even the Euro winner himself, Eder, has gone from Swansea.
But shout out Leroy for obviously on that video.
Shout out Wales though. Any Swansea fans, leave your comments what you think about Swansea this season.
Because you man are sick, innit?
I mean, they're going to struggle.
Welsh in the Premier League.
17th, like, maybe like 15th.
Yeah?
13th, just like they'll struggle.
How about you lot in Wales? What do you think? Are you going to have a whale of a time in the Premier League, or are you going to find yourself in that wonderful world of Aston Villa?
Tatiana Bird, poet, how do you feel about Jack Wilshere going to Bournemouth?
It's like having a son and then finding out he's joining the KKK.
What?
It is disappointing though. It's disappointing that he feels he needs to go elsewhere to get first team football when the biggest problem isn't first team football, it's can I get fit?
I think it's a great move for Jack Wilshere.
I don't at all.
He goes to a lower club. He actually gets a bit of pressure off his shoulders. All these Arsenal fan TV boys aren't on his bloody case every week. And he can actually just enjoy being Jack for a little bit. Not Arsenal's prodigal son, Jack. Just Jack.
Jack Wilshere, why don't you say, do you know what, Sandy Cazorla, you got more grey hairs than my flipping nan.
I'm going to fight you for why didn't you face your fear at the Wembley Cup this episode and go into the water park?
Because I can't swim. Upstairs, that's your problem. Gary Neville said it to me in person. 87% of the game is mental. Improve that,
That's
you'll
life.
start for Arsenal.
I mean, life is mental. It's all about your brain.
We're not talking about life right now, it's about football.
All right, let's move it to Jack. You guys, what do you think? Hashtag Jack. And tell us, is it a good move? Is it a bad move? But Poet, Arsenal's window in general, are you happy?
Very, very happy.
Have a nice.
We've improved our spine. I think that was the problem for a long period of time.
Spine's
Once
key
you've got a nice spine, around it can be like, I don't mind Theo Walcott on the wing if the spine's strong. Xhaka is complementing that spine. Mustafi and Koscielny now. Check. And then Perez up top. I don't know much about the boy, but he shares a name similar to a legend, Robert Perez. I feel like he's going to be a legend now. And people talking about, oh, Perez is a panic buy. He came out and revealed Arsenal were in contact with him 3 months ago.
Hashtag Arsenal. Tell me what you think of Arsenal signings. Get Moses Sissoko. They were just drawing names out of a hat. Moses Sissoko.
It's like
the saviour.
But how do you start your day linked with Max Meyer and Isco and somehow end up with Isco, Sissoko?
And look, Stan Mason says, what do we think about Moses Sissoko? I think he'll play under Pochettino, or will he just be a flop? Everton, they were in for him. They had a plane ready, apparently. This was their thing.
And then?
And he switched off his phone and said, I'm not on it.
Well, he's ended up at Spurs. He seems quite happy despite the fact a year ago he said it was a dream to play for Arsenal, took the T-shirt out.
And he said Arsenal's a dream club for him.
I just think Sissoko...
He's not worth 30 mil.
No way, he's not worth £30. Sissoko, unfortunately, is a man that can carry the ball. He can look like something's going to happen, but nothing happens. But it's another option for Spurs. They've got their Mela.
No, man. 30 million.
I think it's a bit of a waste.
I watched Spurs on the weekend against Liverpool. They weren't great.
But Sissoko possibly could be... he's an unorthodox player.
It's a panic buy. Even Ross, our boy Ross,
yes,
Filthy Ross, who's at uni now, said, this is a panic buy. And he's a man that I trust. Let's throw it over to our boy Ross, who has told us what he thinks of the signings. But this is before Sissoko. Let's have a look.
Obviously, at the time of recording this, we signed 2 players. Victor Wanyama from Southampton for 11 million and Vincent Janssen from AZ Alkmaar for 17 million. Out of the 2 that I'm most excited about, I'd say it's Vincent Janssen. He looks very promising, scored a lot of goals over in the Eredivisie last season. Compared to even Van Persie in his playing style, the youngest player to score more than 20 since Ronaldo did for PSV in the Eredivisie back in the 90s. So yeah, it gives us that option as well. Now we have 2 strikers. We've not only solved the problem in the sense of we can give Kane a rest, but we can also play different formations, we can play them together. We just have so many options now. Overall, discussing this summer's transfer business, I would say it's been mediocre. It can't be any more than that. We had the Champions League football to offer, we have the new stadium coming and so forth, and yet Spurs haven't really went out and got that stellar sign that all the fans at least want.
That's what Ross thought, and like Vuj told you, he did also say in our WhatsApp group that Sissoko's a bit of a panic buy.
100%.
It's not good, man. Spurs fans, what do you think? What are your hopes? Look at it. Last season, it was you neck and neck with Leicester City for the title, then you finished 3rd. Surely you was looking for them quality players to take you to that threshold, that place, that
Champions League.
To the Champions League.
Now you Sissoko.
Anyway,
we move on to Manchester United. And Man United have had an absolutely, I'd say, the best window. I've got to be honest. When you look at this quality here, Pogba, Mkhitaryan, Bailey or Bally, and Ibrahimovic. United win the transfer window for me.
Yeah, they win the transfer window in the sense of campaigns. But in performances, this is where it's going to be a little bit tricky. Mkhitaryan as well.
And Mkhitaryan, I know.
Good player.
It's been a great window.
All right, one of the filthy fellas himself, Mr. Bolt, has decided to give his opinions on football. We don't usually listen, but have a check.
Which one of Manchester United's signings this season has stood out the most for me? It's nobody that you're thinking about. It's a man that brings the winning mentality to Manchester United. It's the man that gives the confidence to every single player in our team. Who am I thinking of? That's right, it's Jose Mourinho. He will bring success back to Manchester United this season.
That's a good point.
It is.
Mourinho as the best signing. He's got the spine of the players he's needed and wanted. For me, United up there, top 2. We move from Manchester United to Manchester City. And these lot have had an absolutely very busy window. Pep has come in. But look at all these players, bro. John Stones, Leroy Sané, Gabriel Jesus, Ilkay Gundogan, Claudio Bravo, and Nolito.
He's getting performances out of some of the players there that some
good.
people were not too sure about. Sterling, for example.
He's come back out of nowhere.
And my man said, you know what? We've all been a little bit sceptical about Hart. Let's just get rid of him. Pep's not on this like...
Torino. First English keeper to play in Serie A.
They just got rid of him. They're not on this like sort of contemplating whether he's good enough. Big man, I want champions. I want winners. Hart, I saw you in the summer. Big man, you can't catch a football. You're a goalkeeper. That's a problem for me. See in Torino. I rate that. I just think, I like the way Pep's come in and said, we're doing this the Pep way. You either like it or you get lost, fam.
He's another very, very good signing. You guys, any Man City fans out there, are you happy? Because for me, it's between the Manchester teams. One of these two is taking the league.
Barcelona.
Take the flight. Take the flight to Spain. Let's take the flight to Spain.
We're taking a flight. We're going to be taking a flight to Spain, but we won't give you too much information about that.
Say Neymar, guys. But let's go to Barcelona. Who did they bring in? You know what? Me and Public could tell you about the Barcelona transfers, but we've got a mate in Spain. His name is Ignasi Torregualdo. My friend, take it away.
FC Barcelona really needed a centre-back. Centre-back was the main man to sign this summer, and I think with Umtiti, it's a good job. It's a good deal for Barca because what I've seen of Umtiti last games is very important, and he's strong. So if we give time to him, he will be very good. And also really like Lucas Digne during the pre-season games. He has been power fast and very comfortable with the rest of the players. And finally, Paco Alcácer was the key man in the attack of Valencia, and it will be a nice substitute or nice option for Neymar, Suarez or Messi.
So, Poet, that was Ignasi. What do we expect from Barcelona?
Well, they have Suarez, Neymar, and
don't even
Messi.
need any more signings.
Yeah,
really.
like why are you signing anyone else? It's unfair.
They'll probably win everything. They'll do well in the Champions League. Be up there with Real Madrid for the league. There you go.
All right, let's go over to Crystal Palace. Can I also say shout out Crystal Mays coming back? Nostalgic. Crystal Palace is here though, man. They're trying to sign man. They all trying to sign Jack Wilshere.
They got Benteke in, Townsend, Tompkins, Mandanda, and Loic Remy.
I think one thing that they've realised is they don't have goals.
No.
So they've signed two players instead of one striker. You know, some strikers, some teams are like, all right, do you know what? Let's just sign Benteke and hope for the best.
Hope for the best.
Their man said, you know what? Benteke and Remy. That way we know if one don't score, the Remy might score.
But these signings for me are good signings. You've had some departures with Bolassi and Gale, McCarthy, Edinak. But you've signed well. You've signed well to replace them. They're going to stay up. Europe, I think they'll struggle. Maybe have a good League Cup run. Any Palace fans out there, hashtag Palace, tell us what you think. And let's move on, Poet.
To the club that you love and adore. They are Liverpool.
No, he's not here anymore, is he? Mane, Wijnaldum, Karius, Claver, Manninger, Matip. Matip is actually my favourite. For Liverpool, this window for me...
Good window.
...is okay. It's okay. You know, it's okay. However, our spine, I don't think is amazing. I don't think we have an amazing centre-back in Lovren. Our midfield, we do continue with Henderson. You know, Chan still isn't available. And I'm not too impressed at the moment. However, there's chemistry there. And you can feel when it goes right, we are steamrolling teams. I just hope we can get that consistency up and maybe get a good defender, a good left-back in January. A keeper would be good. I know our new signing also got injured. If we can get our spine really strong, Liverpool will be a problem.
What the thing Klopp's battling for, and people are not even realising, is a depleted Liverpool side. Like they're low on confidence. He's got to build the confidence within the side to let them know that they can challenge. Yeah. Then on top of that, bring in the average, bring in some quality, and try and make average players, the likes of the Milners, and no disrespect to them, the Adam Lallanas, after poor tournaments in the summer, build that confidence and try and get the best out of them. I just think he's saying, I'm going to bring in Matip. Do you know why? I'm not saying Matip's amazing, but I know what I'm going to get out of him.
He looks solid.
Against Spurs?
He's solid. Solid defender, very tall.
Where's Harry Kane now? In there, geezer. In Matip, right in there.
Any Liverpool fans out there, leave your comment below, hashtag Liverpool. For me, it's fourth.
It is fourth. A team that is possibly not fourth and probably going to win the Italian League once again is Juventus.
They've sold their best player in Pogba. Morata's gone as well, Zaza's gone. But who have Juve brought in?
Bruv, they've brought in some quality,
I think they've brought in names.
They have brought in... Like, me personally, if I say who's got the better end of the deal, Man United or Juventus, to me, it's Juventus.
Yeah.
Just if you sold Pogba for 90 mil. Then for that, you've got Higuain, you've got Pjanic straight away off the back of it. I forgot that they got Dani Alves.
And Piazza is a great talent from Croatia, from Dinamo
Benatia,
Zagreb.
they've got, and the thing is,
player.
they've got Benatia, and he's from Bayern Munich. They've got players from established clubs, Dani Alves from Barcelona, Higuain from Napoli that were doing extremely well, Pjanic from Roma. They've got integral players, like they were all integral players.
Established players that in the Serie A can do well. So, favourites for the league again, for me, 100%. And get that chemistry going again. Juve are walking that league. Thank you very much. Any Italians out there, #Juve, leave your opinions on your club. Have a nice.
Next one up is the boys that decided to move to an Olympic stadium where you don't know whether to play football or do shot put. It is West Ham United.
West Ham, it's been an interesting window, hasn't it? It's going to be a struggle for West Ham. They didn't make European football, losing to Astra Giurgiu from Romania.
Then their record signing gets injured on the opening day out until apparently December. I think
that's going to be like a 14th, 13th. They're not going to be up there for me. I think that last season was a great, outstanding season. It's going to drop, and in that stadium, I think the pressure's on a little bit.
They're playing away from home. Until they get comfortable, they're actually playing away from home. They're not familiar with the stadium. They don't know anything. They've brought in new players. Slavan's got rid of Tompkins. Stevo, I don't know. What do you think?
So, it's the end of the transfer window. I'm not happy, and I'm sorry to be a disappointment to the West Ham fans. I don't want to mess up anyone's vibe, but I'm not happy because we've done a lot of business. We've been active, but have we signed the players in the right positions? No. We've signed flipping 3 wingers. 3 wingers. Our best player last year was a winger, and that best player, they then put him into right back. And then he becomes our worst player. You then put him back up to the right wing and he scores 2 goals. Like, one of them's a winner. So, I don't know what's going on with our club, but yeah, we've not identified the players we need. And it's not only that, it's the players that we didn't get. It's the players that our rivals have got. Like Remy and Benteke are now up top for Palace. That's our rivals. So they've got them 2 up top with Sahar on the wing. Like, I think, like... That alone is stronger than our team, you know what I mean? So the signing I'm most happy with is Ashley Fletcher, which goes to show where our transfer window's been this year. He's good, and a lot of people are saying he's not ready, but the only way you can get ready is by playing. So yeah, I'd like to see him play, man. But yeah, I've not been happy, but yeah, we'll see. I know our chairman's only want the best for our club, so I'm gonna stick by our policy and. Yeah, the jury's out, but hopefully it comes good, man. Hopefully it comes good.
Do you know, West Ham fans, leave comments and let us know what you think as well. Me personally, genuinely not impressed.
Not having nice.
But Reece Oxford, breakthrough, bro. This could be your time.
Yeah, this could be his season. That was it. That was the transfer roundup with some of our friends, football social media friends. Yeah, it's been a good one. I mean, I have enjoyed it.
It's been really good.
Really good. United, for me, definitely have had the best one. The best one for you?
I'm going to say Manchester United. All right, so that was the end of this transfer special. I think Vuj said it right. Man United have had the best transfer window looking at it all now. They signed a lot of quality. Yeah, I think one of the worst is definitely Spurs. Panic buys. Maybe even Hull. Hull's not even a bad transfer window. Hull just didn't happen. It's just like...
And we move on to more comments below every Monday of the year. FIFA and chills.
Every Monday of the year. Every Monday of the week.
Every Monday of the year. Because in the year, every Monday of the year. Have a nice.
Oh yeah, also make sure if we've missed out anything, any club, leave a comment about
Wembley
that
Cup
as well.
tomorrow. Don't be stingy. Calm down. 15 quid.
15 quid. Bye everyone.
Have a nice. Bye.